All right, so who's ready for these nails? I know I am. So this is my first time doing this particular type of nail. I thought they came out far from perfect, but a good effort was put in, so I'm happy with it. I learned a lot. I thought I'd bring you this tutorial and tell you what I learned. Of course, the first part is going to be easy peasy because we're just doing our prep. So I'm just going to dehydrate, prime, and then add some protein bond before I add my gel. So I know I need to build these nails really thin because we want to encapsulate some glitter. So that's going to be my objective. I know that we're going to do a French, so I need that back part of the French to kind of stand up higher than when we build the glitter extension. I've seen this nail done on countless tutorials and on Instagram feed and TikTok, and it always comes out so beautifully. So that's what I'm gonna see if I can't replicate. Doing a new style is always so hard because you think that you have all the steps in your head and you think you're gonna just knock it out of the park. But then when it comes down to it, it turns out to be a little bit harder than what you anticipated. So here I'm just trying to make it thin. And like I said, just make sure it's built up higher than when I do my glitter encapsulation. I wanna make sure it's connected to that back part of the nail, so nothing breaks off or falls off. Just a little tip, I didn't build mine actually high enough. I should have built it a little bit higher, but that's a lesson learned. While I file this into shape, we'll just kind of chit chat. So it's been an extremely busy week. I have got so many nail things to do to get accomplished this week, and I really don't even feel like starting on any of it. I hate it when your to-do list is so overwhelming and Monday hasn't even hit, and you know you have 5 days to get all this stuff done before you can hopefully rest a little bit over the weekend. And here I'm just reapplying some more protein bond just to make sure everything sticks together well. We're going to build the part of the extension that our glitter is going to sit on top of. Just remember, keep it as thin as you can. At least over the last 2 days, I have gotten the bulk of my running around done. So as far as I have to go to the vet to pick this up, or I need to go to Costco to get my glasses, and I need to, I have a doctor's appointment, yada yada, got that stuff out the way. So now probably the biggest task I have left this week is going to be to clean and organize my nail room. And I do want to get a tutorial together not a tutorial, I want to get a video together showing you guys my nail room and kind of how I have chosen at this particular point to put stuff where I can get to it and where I can see what I have. So I spent the weekend watching a ton of Talia's videos and Sarah's nail secret videos, and who else did I watch? Oh, Katie Dutra's, and watching their videos to kind of see how they store stuff, and a lot of ways that I would like to store stuff. I just don't quite have the money to invest in the containers and etc. So I'll kind of have to make do for the meantime. If you watch my videos on a regular basis, thank you very much. But you'll know that I got strep throat way back in the beginning of February, and I've still been struggling with it. But I went to the doctor this week, got my medicine, so that's on board. Hopefully this one will knock it out. Fingers crossed. It's been really hard getting things accomplished when you don't feel at your best and you really just want to get back in bed under the covers and sleep. So I spent much of the weekend kind of getting my picture board together full of nail inspirations for wedding nails, because I want to be able to create several different designs and then, like I said, go to the caterers in my local area and wedding planners, things like that, and let them know who I am, introduce myself, give them a little packet, and my social media information, so that way they can see what I do and the things that I have in mind for special occasions, and hopefully that will help me bring in business. When I started my journey, and even up until right now, I was planning to offer it all. I wanted to, slowly build up my product, which that's what I've been doing. But I'm finding that, when you're trying to build up your acrylics and your gels and all the different kinds of gels, it's a lot harder than even what you think it's going to be. So I have kind of been rethinking lately that I may look into kind of fine-tuning what services I offer. You know, finances being what they are, and that's basically non-existent pretty much. It's going to take me a long time to be able to build up a lot. And yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. Since I have disability issues, that kind of ixnays any kind of like going to the salons and working that kind of a job to either get experience or help build clientele. So it just puts me in an awkward position where I'm gonna have to do something. What I'm doing right now isn't working. So maybe if I fine tune things and maybe, you know, just specialize in a couple things. Would love to kind of get your feedback from that if you started out that way and went another way or went another direction or kind of how you would handle it. I mean, on one hand, I feel like if you specialize too specifically, then you're cutting out a whole bunch of people that might possibly want service from you. But on the other, it is kind of impossible unless you're just wealthy or have the additional finances, you know, to put out on everything. I don't really know a different way to go. Like I said, what I'm doing currently isn't bringing in people, so that's a problem. I always knew that it was going to be hard finding clientele as a nail technician who works out of your home. So I see how that's going to be hard. But I still thought, though, that it would happen a lot sooner than I thought I would be able to draw in more people than I have been able to. I don't have a whole lot of support, like from family or friends. Yeah, so that kind of makes it. So I'm just the only one motivating myself. And sometimes that can be rather challenging. But I'm kind of stubborn too, though, which is a good thing. So I'm stubbornly motivated. They say if there's a will, there's a way. I believe that. Now I just got to figure out the way quickly. So I'm about to nuke these nails and then we're going to shape them up. And I filed way too much when I filed these nails down. But I was still able to kind of lay down that black that I took away with my file. So I went ahead and put that back in. And here is our final nails. If you enjoyed this little tutorial, please remember to subscribe, hit like, and leave me a comment. I would love to get to know you better.